Alright, budget magic time. Playing some Burn at the Stake Soul Sisters in Modern, and we are going to have to mulligan this one. That's a lot of lands, and not nearly enough sisters. So we will mulligan. Alright, we'll try this. Hopefully we get, I don't even know, not a Johnny's Pride Mate. Probably a land, I guess, is best. We have the Champion of the Parish Norin combo. Well, Windscarred Crag, go. Carekeep was not exactly the land we were hoping for. Pass the turn. Opponent cracks for Catacombs. Gets a Swamp. Twilight Mire, Expedition Edition, and a Scavenging Ooze. Well, let's just go Champion of the Parish and Norin of the Wary to pump up Champion of the Parish. Pass the turn. Blackleaf Cliffs for our opponent, so this looks like straight up Jund. Tarmogoyf exiles our Norin. As long as they don't have a bolt, this situation is pretty fine. They left up red mana. Alright, we get back our Norin, pumps up our champion. Then we'll Soul Attendant, exile Norin. Oh, there's the bolt. Alright, well, in response, let's kill the Scavenging Ooze, I think. Play a Carekeep, pass the turn. Get back our Norin, gain a life. Goyf is up to a 3/4. Dark Confidant for our opponent. Blinks our Norin, gains us a life. Ghost Quarter, and gets in for 3. Get back Norin, gain a life. Alright, let's kill the Bob. Opponent Ghost Quarters our Carekeep. We will get a Mountain. And then play a Mistful Plains and pass the turn. Might as well get in 4/1. Get back our Norin, gain a life. So we would like some action here. Verdant Catacombs for our opponent. Gets in with Goyf. Norin exiled. Comes back, gains us a life. Come on, creatures. Westville Abbey, well, that's super slow. Opponent cracks for Catacombs. Overgrown Tomb tapped. We'll get in with our Soul Attendant. Blink Norin, get back Norin, gain a life. The only good news is if we draw another land here, we can start activating Westville Abbey, which is something at least. Liliana for our opponent. Blinks our Norin. Kills our Soul Attendant. Interesting. Opponent's out of cards. Well, at least now we're in a position where land is good and creature is good. And Lightning Bolt is good enough. At least it gets rid of Liliana. Genesis Chamber might actually be our best draw with this Norin going back and forth. Opponent gets in, exiles our Norin. Get back Norin. Windscarred Crag, not a great land, but it is a land. Let's just start making tokens next turn. Very slow, though. We're still at 18 despite all this. Norin goes away. Get back Norin. There's Genesis Chamber. Our opponent probably has Abrupt Decay. I think we still go for it, though. Genesis Chamber, exile Norin. I would not be surprised to see Kolaghan's Command or Abrupt Decay. There's Abrupt Decay. Good draw for our opponent, a way to kill the Genesis Chamber. And we're not drawing much of anything, unfortunately. Gets in with Goyf. Lose our Norin, get back our Norin. A Johnny's Pride Mate doesn't do much here. So I think we just pass the turn. We can start making 1/1s. Dark Confidant for our opponent. Norin blinks. Alright, I think we take the hit for now. This does put us dead to Lightning Bolt, which is bad. Ugh. Another land is not what we were hoping for. Play the mountain. Pass the turn. Actually, we should probably play Pridemate. Exile Norn. Get back Norn. Opponent, what do they get off Dark Confidant? A land? We haven't drawn much life gain this game. And our opponent's drawn a lot of answers. Collective Brutality wins our opponent the game. The deck does have a lot of answers, and we never could get our stuff going. We mulliganed, I guess, is probably the biggest problem. Probably want the last outnumber, and maybe go down one burn at the stake, and try it like that. Well, maybe we want Outpost Siege, actually. That does give us fuel for the long game. Go down a Genesis Chamber. Maybe we stay at 3 outnumbers and go 2 burn at the stakes and try it like that. Alright, we get to play first. Well, we get an Outpost Siege, which if it doesn't get hit by discard is good. And we have Westville Abbeys. Still a little slow. At least we get Scrylands. Mistful Plains to the bottom. Pass the turn. Blackleaf Cliffs for our opponent. And Thoughtseize. Probably takes Outpost Siege, I bet. Yep, there goes Outpost Siege. Well, let's get Norn down. Temple of Triumph. I don't think we can keep Pridemate here. We don't have any life gain. And pass the turn. That's just a 2-2 that dies to Collective Brutality. Opponent cracks their land. Gets a forest. Do they have a Goyf already? They have a Dark Confidant, so we exile our Norn. Get back our Norn. Draw a land. Well, both the Dark Confidant. Exile Norn. Westville Abbey. Pass the turn. Raging Ravine for our opponent. And passes. Well, Champion of the Parish. Exiles Norn. Westville Abbey. Pass the turn. Get back Norn. Pump up Champion. Champion's not bad here, although it's probably going to die to something, I'm sure. The question is what? Collective Brutality. Alright, wow. Was that 3 modes? No, 2 modes. Alright. Well, that's bad. There goes our burn at the stake. And our opponent has a land, Wooded Foothills. We get back Norn. Well, let's see if they also have an Abrupt Decay in hand. Genesis Chamber. Opponent cracks it. If they get an untap Black Source. Alright, tap Black Source, so at least we're going to start getting tokens with our Norn. So they do need a way to kill Genesis Chamber, or else it's going to eventually get us to Westville Abbey. Alright, they have Kolaghan's Command. Alright. Well, Soul Warden. Blink our Norn. Get back our Norn. Gain a life. And our opponent has a Bolt. Squadron Hawk would be a reasonable draw. Opponent has a Dark Confidant. I'm going to start gaining them some cards. Second Dark Confidant. And they also have a Tarmogoyf. Well, there's a Champion of the Parish. Exiled our Norn. Get back our Norn. Pump up our Champion. Opponent, oh no, gets a Chandra? Well, that's a pretty good draw for our opponent. Chandra exiles our Norn. And passes for no apparent reason. Pings our Champion. Well, we get back Norn. Pumps up Champion. Draw a land, play a land, pass the turn. The problem now is they actually can kill our Norn with Chandra. One of the few ways to actually kill a Norn. Opponent gets a Dreadbore. Well, our opponent has just drawn a couple cards too many. I guess that's what Jund looks to do. Gets in with both. Down to 10. Well, let's Westville Abbey, make a token. Outnumber, not very good. Opponent cracks Wooded Foothills. Stomping Grounds. Tapped. The timing of our opponent's fetches is interesting. Opponent pings our token, and we're essentially dead here. Alright. Well, that was good, good junding.